everybody? Welcome back to another episode of TPS-TV. I'm Daniel, and yeah, we're actually reviewing a brand new movie that came out this past weekend called You Should Have Left. Stars Kevin Bacon and Amanda Seyfried. Is that her last name? I think something like that. She's from Mean Girls and Ted 2. Anyway, and it's directed by, I'm going to butcher this dude's last name, David Koepp. He did Secret Window and Stir of Echoes, which I'm a huge fan of both movies actually, so look forward to this movie. This movie concerns a rich banker and his wife, who's an actress, and their kid, and they end up taking a little vacation in Wales, in the countryside. And unfortunately, the house they go into is not what you think it would be. Best way to do this, since it is a brand new movie that just came out, I'll kind of give a spoiler-free review first, and then I'll have to get into spoiler territory to kind of flesh that out. So I guess I should say this is a on-demand. I guess you go to iTunes or whatever your video-on-demand services are. It's like fucking $20. Like, who the fuck's paying $20 to watch this movie? It's like a rental. Not even to buy it. You're renting it. So I'm just gonna say, if you can find it elsewhere on those websites, I'm gonna say go for it. Like, seriously, because that's ridiculous. I wouldn't even mind paying the rental fee if it's the actual fee of a rental. Even in my town, the ticket prices is like, you go to a matinee show, it's like $7, maybe $8 now. And that it seems a little too much for an on-demand buy, but it's like, or a rental, but it's like, maybe, not $20 fucking dollars. Like, it ain't gonna happen. So, anyways, I'm not advocating piracy, but if you do it, anyways, so I'll get on to it. And just for a disclaimer, so we don't get sued here at TPS Productions, I definitely paid the full $20 for it. Anyways, so I knew nothing about this movie actually. I didn't even see a trailer for it, but I was like seeing ads on Twitter and Facebook constantly pop up about, You Should Have Left, from the director, Secret Window and Stir of Echoes, and it has Kevin Bacon, which reunites with the director because he was in Stir of Echoes as well. And so I was like, I want to check this out, but I was like, I don't watch the trailer. Like, I really just want to go into it blindly. Try to stay away from reviews as well. Unfortunately, when you're kind of scrolling through IMDb news site, they usually have like the title reflects the review already, like it's a spoiler for the review. And I just feel like some people just try to be too clever. Like, the movie's called You Should Have Left, so the review headline says like, you should have left, more like I should have left the theater. It's just like, come on, fuck off. But, so, like I said, movie about family going on vacation. And right off the bat, they kind of set up a few things early on. You see that, possibly the wife may be having an affair. And I mean, it's nothing like blatant out there, but it is like when you watch it, you're just kind of like, huh, yeah, I bet she's cheating on him. Like, it's little subtle things, but I think anybody who's ever watched a movie in their life will pick up on these little subtle things. There's a lot of that going on here, too. Kevin Bacon, his character is, once again, he's this rich banker. I think he's retired. He's a retired banker, but nonetheless, he's filthy fucking rich. But he keeps having these nightmares. I'll wait till the spoiler to get into the nightmares themselves, I guess. But anyway, so him and the wife, they're kind of having some issues, and they're like, let's go to this house. And they go to this house. And then when they get out there, it's like the mood just changes. They're constantly kind of fighting. And it kind of escalates, but then you find out the house itself, it kind of reminded me a little bit, on the surface, not, when you find out what's really going on, not so much, but I guess like on the surface, it had like a rose red kind of vibe, or even the TV series Haunting a Hill House, because like this house is like changing. Like, you open up one door and it's like, holy shit, there's an impossible staircase that shouldn't even be here. Like, the house itself is a regular size, house, but you get inside, it's just like, ever changing. And I love that aspect of it. I will just say, I guess, just as far as review goes, the pros, I think it has some pretty creepy tension throughout. Once again, I didn't see a trailer, so I had no idea what to expect going into this thing. So, like, a lot of times the trailers, they give away half the fucking movie anyway, so you can pretty much figure it out before you even watch it. Here, I won't lie, you're gonna kind of know what's going on. Like, I don't know. I'll draw parallels to Angel Heart, maybe. Had kind of an Angel Heart vibe to it, in essence. So, I don't know, right off the bat, I kind of had a feeling, but I didn't have all the pieces. Like, I didn't realize the house was going to be this weird, magical fucking house or whatever. But I kind of had an idea where they were heading just right off the bat. But no, throughout, I think it is creepy. I do think that they definitely overuse some bad jump scares quite a bit throughout. I'll kind of get into them a little bit later. But I don't know. I think it's very well acted. I think the chemistry between all three, even when the relationship gets rocky, it's still great performances from all three of them. I don't know the little girl's name, but I thought she did phenomenal. She reminded me of a little, like kind of a Chloe Grace Moretz is what she kind of reminded me of. Thought she, but and she did a great job. And then just the relationship between Kevin Bacon and her, I mean, just you can't help but like really root for this. I mean, even like when things are going bad, you're just like, man, like he's just a good actor. You're just like, yeah, you're buying this father-daughter relationship, The twist at the end, I mean, I don't really want to call it a twist because it's not like it's that, I don't know. I feel like you'll see it coming a mile away. We'll call it a revelation, I guess. When the story unfolds, it is kind of like, and I won't lie, the movie was really good up until, I guess, the third act, and then when they start kind of unraveling it, you're just kind of like, oh, okay, that's what they're doing. And I'm not saying it hurts it, because I mean, this movie has like currently like a 4 or a 5 on IMDb, like a low 5 or a high 4 rating, and I'm like, I don't think it was that bad. Like, I liked it. I'll give the thumbs up. But it is like, I don't know. Like I said, I think the fact that you just kind of, you just know exactly what movie you're watching as soon as you're watching it. You know kind of the path you're on. But the script has, aside from the story, got a lot of humor thrown in there as well. Like good humor, not like Waka Waka kind of humor, but, just nice little funny touches throughout. Once again, looks good. Direction's really good, and the story keeps going. I mean, it doesn't feel slow or sluggish at any point. I mean, it's only an hour and 20 minutes, which is another thing I'm going to applaud them for. Or an hour and 30, sorry, it's close to an hour 30. But it's, I mean, really, they didn't, it's all kill or no filler. Like I said, really, I guess my main gripe would be the ending. It's not like, it's not confusing. It's just kind of like okay. And once again, it's not bad, but it's just like it's been done before. And I think that's probably why I'm just kind of like, But overall, I'm gonna give it kind of a thumbs up. I'm gonna say check it out. I'm gonna say don't fucking pay $20 for it at all. Like that's ridiculous. And I wouldn't recommend buying it unless you really liked it. If I came across it cheap in a half-price bookstore type situation or a yard sale, or if it went to a dollar store, which happens. Our Dollar Tree sells good DVDs from time to time. You find it for like under $5, I'd say buy it. It's worth that. I wouldn't pay more than that. And I sure as hell ain't paying the $20 for the fucking on-demand service or whatever. But I would say check it out if you're a fan of Kevin Bacon or this director. But once again, they bring nothing new to the table. So don't expect like a revolution in cinema or horror film in general. No, it's literally just it's kind of a by the numbers kind of story. But that's not a bad thing. It's a good story overall. I just feel like I don't know. Even though you know where it's going, I guess I was expecting more. And that's probably why the ending was just kind of like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing. All right, fine, fair enough. So that's my review. I'm going to go into spoiler territory right now. I feel like I really can't sink my teeth into this without giving some shit away. So, if you don't want to know, this is the time to turn it off. And I'll catch you next time. As far as spoilers go, I tell you right now, right off the bat, the ending is very Interstellar-ish. And in a disappointing way. Because right off the bat, as soon as it starts happening, because I mean, that's the thing I hate about Interstellar was when Matthew McConaughey's behind the bookcase and he sees himself, and he's like, I'll drop the code, I'll do the, little marks and shit, do Morse code. It's like, why don't you do something better? Because you clearly couldn't warn yourself, because you literally, like, you couldn't figure it out. When you did kind of figure it out, it didn't save you. You're back in the same spot. And there's a moment in this where Kevin Bacon, because of the house he's in, he's having nightmares, and you keep seeing this reoccurring person show up in his dream, and the little girl seeing him. And I'll get more on him in a second, because there's a whole, you figure that out pretty quickly too. But when you get to this part, he's having issues because of we find out early on he was married previously before he met Amanda, and anyways, she died. She drug overdose and died in the bathtub, or she took any sleeping pills and fell asleep in the bathtub. I don't know if it was intentional, but either way, but he got the blame for it. And of course, the whole time they're just like, he did it, he killed it. Anyways, when he goes to trial, he was able to get away. You know, he got away with it. However, it followed him. Like, it's constantly like, you know, everybody knows his name in that town, and you know, people just assume like, oh yeah, he killed his wife or whatever. And so he's dealing with a lot of mental stress right now. He's constantly, you know, he has his own little journal. But there's a scene where, I guess I'm speaking in circles because I don't know what I gave away and what happened yet. But basically, at the end of the movie, you find out the house, it's almost like a weird interdimensional type thing. It bends time and space as well. And like, when he's running through the house, like he'll go through one corridor and you'll wind up on this side of the house kind of thing. And then you may not be in the same time. You're reliving the past. And there's even a scene where he sees himself in this room writing in his journal. And early in the movie, when he's writing in the journal and he comes back to it, he sees, you know, you should leave now, get out. And then of course and for whatever reason, it's like someone snuck into the house and is writing in my journal. So Kevin Bacon goes and writes that in there. Like whenever it's, you know, him presently seeing himself from the past writing in a journal, and then he gets up and leave, he's like, I'll leave a note for him. I'm like, yeah, but you didn't believe the note. And I'm not saying I would have changed it, because I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the philosophy behind Interstellar and this movie is. If fate is just set and you can't change it, or if somehow you can alter, you know. I don't think you can alter it here. I think this is more like a personal hell situation, which, you know, we'll get to in a second. But either way, I'm just like, if you already know like that phrase didn't work for you previously, why don't you change it up? Be like, hey, this is me from the future. I know it sounds weird, right? Grab everybody and get the fuck out of the house now. Like, I feel like that should have been what was said. Instead of just writing the same goddamn thing that's cryptic that he's just going to be like, oh, who wrote that? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but I thought that was kind of ridiculous. The overuse of tropes in this thing, like, my God, the first scene alone, we do not just the fake out, oh, it was all a dream, but then we do the fake out, it was all a dream within a dream, and you're just like, oh my God. And like, I just recently saw that in a movie called Scare Package, which was a comedy, a horror comedy, and they do it like 2 or 3 times in a row, which is meant to make fun of it, but it is like, that's a ridiculous trope. Now, I know in every movie you're always going to have the dream fake out, but the dream within a dream is getting a little hokey, and like, this is a good example of that. Like, right off the bat, I was like, oh, fuck me, come on, really? And it's like, it's not even having the Kevin Bacon, like, he's the one that's eventually having the entire dream, but like, he's dreaming about his daughter having a nightmare, and he's dreaming about that nightmare, so he's seeing both levels. Like, he sees inside her nightmare, and then in his dream, she wakes up from that nightmare he witnessed, but he's still seeing her. It's just like, what the fuck? I don't know. I dream weird too, but I don't think I've ever dreamt like that, where it's like, it's some kind of Inception fucking, you're seeing inside other people's dreams or whatever. It's like that Rick and Morty Inception episode. It's ridiculous. It really is. So that's a little ridiculous. The man that, because you know, in the nightmare, this man goes after her, and right off the bat, like, that's not just some random guy. Like, that's Kevin Bacon in the future. Like, that's old man Kevin Bacon, and it turned out to be old man Kevin Bacon at the end. His face, like, you can tell they aged him, and they tried to, like, you know, put him in the shadows, and he's hunched over, and he has a cane, and he's talking differently. But you can just tell it's Kevin Bacon. Like, it was never a surprise there. And I mean, right off the bat, I knew that's what it was. As soon as they enter the whole his wife's subplot, I'm like, yeah, he killed her. It turns out he doesn't kill her, but he does, kind of thing. And it's one of those things where he comes home, I guess, and he hates his wife, and he's just kind of in a loveless marriage. But then he sees, like, she took these drugs, and she falls asleep and goes under the water, and he can see her drowning, and he's just like, ah. And this reveals, I guess, how much of a horrible person I am. I'm like, if you really hate someone that much, I'm just like, well. I'm like, and they try to, like, tie it around to, like, he murdered her, you know, and he's being punished for this throughout the movie. Like, this is what the whole movie's about at the end. That's a twist at the end, is he's now in his own personal hell, and he's got to atone for that sin. But I'm like, you know, he just let her die. I mean, yeah, he could have intervened, but it's like, she's the stupid one that took the wine and the pain medicine or whatever, sleeping pills, and then got in a bathtub. It's kind of like, you know, You just let stupid people be stupid, and, you know, if you're religious, let God sort it out, kind of thing. I don't know. That's the thing that irritated me the most was just like, he didn't seem like a bad guy at all, except that he let his ex-wife die. And I'm like, we don't know her story. She may have just been a huge fucking cunt the entire, like, I want to see the prequel where it's like, yeah, there's a reason he let her die, because she's a fucking cunt. Nah. And I know, and once again, I know that's not very 2020, and I know right now we got a lot of hate in the world, and that's not the viewpoint you want. I'm just saying, for me personally, if I was in a loveless marriage and she drowns, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to take a walk for a while. Set my alibi up other places, so that way when I get home, I'm like, oh no, she died in a tub. Oh no, I better call the cops. Where's you at, Mr. Richardson? Like, oh, well, you can actually contact the local pub. I was down there drinking quite a bit. Which is horrible. I know I'm a bad person. I'll go to this house and be stuck in my own personal hell just from that thought. Anyways, but I don't know. It just seemed like he's a great father and he's a good husband. Like they fight like normally. Like, you know, his wife eventually does cheat on him. Like you find out that she is cheating on him, but somehow it's like, nope, he's the bad guy. He's the man. He should have done better. He should have tried to save that woman who we don't know the story. Once again, I like to think that she was just a big raging fucking cunt. I will drop cunt a few more times in this fucking review too. I don't give a shit. So I don't know. I guess because Kevin Bacon's so likable, like every movie I've seen of him, I just love him in. Like even when he's like a bad guy, like, he always plays like a goofy villain and some stuff. It's like I still like him. So I don't know. I'm firmly on his side, and even though like at the end he kind of atones for it and he decides, but yeah, like I said, the ending, like I said, gets full blown Interstellar, and I'm just like, they're gonna do Interstellar, aren't they? And they do. But I like the concept. I like the idea that this house is kind of like this weird vortex, this nexus of just like fucking different time zones. And like I said, I like the idea, like, you know, when they're discovering it, you know, they're in a room, and I'm gonna make, I can't remember what the exact measurements were, but I'm just gonna make it up. Like, just say, like, you know, he's in the house and he realizes that the walls are like 20 feet apart. But then you go outside and measure, and it measures like 25 feet, and he's like, well, wait a minute, there's like 5 feet missing. Like, where'd that 5 feet go? And you find out, you know, and there's a really, you know, tense moment too, which, once again, after him, like, he's already been accused of murdering his wife, which, I mean, I guess, you know, it turns out to be true, but when him and his wife get in a fight, he kicks her out. He's like, you get the fuck out. And I thought, honestly, this was going to be he's a psychopath type thing. Like, I knew he probably killed his wife or has something to do with it, but I didn't know what story we were doing. I didn't get the angel heart thing until the end. So whenever we're starting off at this point where they had the big fight, I was like, holy shit, he's going to go like full-blown Jack Nicholson in The Shining and start trying to hack people up. I don't know that's what we're going to do. We don't do that. But anyway, he does kick her out. And she's like, well, I'm not leaving out my daughter. And he gives her like this stone cold stare, like, you ain't taking my daughter. So anyways, she leaves, which I agree with. Like, she's the one that cheated. Sorry, like, forget the reasons. And once again, from this movie, you don't really see like it was anything like he did. Like, there may have been issues, I guess. Who knows? Clearly, he's an unhappy person anyways if he let his cunt wife drown in the tub, but whatever. But when the wife leaves, there's a moment where when he's measuring the house and he's realizing the house is weird, he's in the house and he sees his daughter, and of course she's outside with him, but then she's like, I'm cold, we'll get your coat, and she runs around the side. And I kind of figured what was going to happen. I was like, well, shit, she's going to disappear or whatever. And when she entered, but he does see her enter the house. He looks through the window. But then when she goes to walk out the door, which once again, like, you know, the window's here, the door's right here, so I mean, she should just instantaneously pass the window, come out the door. She doesn't. And he goes and looks, and he's like, holy shit, like, you know what's going on? So you're like, he's going to get blamed for that. Like, there's no way he's not going to get blamed for that. The guy who was involved with his wife's, you know, murder case or death case, and now his daughter goes missing, like, there's no story you can tell a judge or a jury that's going to, like, make you seem like you're the okay guy there. So I really like that aspect. I mean, it really was like, holy shit, like, you know, the nightmarish quality really kicks in at that point, because you really are just like, holy shit, gets frantic. And the fact that, like, once again, when he's running around the house, it's like a labyrinth. It's like he'll open up one. It's like the Scooby-Doo door. Like, you know, the hallway in like Scooby-Doo cartoons, and there's like 3 doors on each side, and like, you know, Scooby and the gang will run in this way, and the ghost will look in there, but then they pop out over there, and he's like, ugh. It's like whack-a-mole. He runs over there, and then they're over here. It's just, it's ridiculous. That's what this house was like, though. Like, every time you go through one room, you walk in a totally different part of the house, and maybe a different corridor, or maybe a part of the house you never seen before. Like, there's this weird, like, phantom staircase, like, in the middle of the house. It's like, it's impossible. Like, it shouldn't be in that house. And, but anyways, when he's looking for his daughter, he's running through there. But once again, you can't trust the house, because no matter where you go, it turns out like, holy shit, like I'm following my daughter's voice. But I went through this room and now I'm over here. So it just, I don't know. I like that aspect. I guess it's just the ending and just how he just gives up. Cause I'm just like, I get it. The house has you now. Like apparently you realize that what it is because him and his daughter tried to leave the house and you see it coming a mile away. But he's like, we're gonna keep walking. And they leave the house and it's just apparently this is a straight line to the town. Conveniently for this, for this big twist right here. But as they're walking the straight line away from the house, I look at my girlfriend because we're watching it together, and it's like, they're gonna wind right back up to the house. And sure enough, when they're walking, he's like, oh, I see lights ahead. We're in the town, and he's like, oh my God, it's the house. We're trapped here. You find out that unfortunately he can't leave. Now his wife and the daughter, they're innocent, so at this point, it won't affect them. But he just can't be with them. Like if he lets them go, they'll leave and they'll be fine. But then they'll have to remain there trapped for eternity to once again atone for his sins. Which once again it makes you wonder like, well, how long does it take for the house to take root? Because there's even a part where he gets in the house and they set up everything. Then he has to go into the store and get groceries. So he's able to leave there, and the townspeople are acting all weird. But it's almost like they know clearly someone's a sinner in that house. Like the house is calling out to him. But that's another little tiny subplot they kind of glossed over is the fact that like he's like, why'd you pick the house? And she's like, I didn't pick the house. You emailed me the link, and it's just like, no, I didn't. It's like, okay, so the house is just cold calling people, I guess. I don't know. But like I said, good premise, and like I said, it's not a bad movie. It's just very predictable. Doesn't take away from the story, I guess, but it is the fact that he just kind of relents at the end. It's like, fine, I murdered her. It's like, no, you didn't. Like, she's probably a bitch, and she killed herself. I know everybody's gonna be like, but Daniel, not intervening is the same as killing. I was like, yeah, maybe, but I don't know the whole story. So I'm on Kevin Bacon's side. So I was like, fuck her. She drowned. Let the guy live a normal life. And clearly he's guilty enough. Like shit, he's been miserable this whole time. So it's not like he's getting away scot-free. He's still miserable. So, but whatever. It's a movie, and guess what? He's gonna pay for it. He's stuck in the. You find out the house apparently is this house, or the area. You keep building houses there, and every time they build a new house, weird shit happens. People die, people disappear, whatever. And so they keep tearing them down, building new houses. But it's like it's a spot, and apparently it's Satan's domain, and he's just dragging people out there. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, I'm giving this one. It's a good, solid thumbs in the middle, slightly higher. Like I said, I feel like if I watch it again, already knowing how the story plays out, I'll probably enjoy it a lot more. Angel Heart is the same way. I know I keep bringing up Angel Heart. You guys never even seen Angel Heart, but in Angel Heart, it's kind of the same plot where from the beginning that Mickey Rourke's character is guilty of something. You already know, like Robert De Niro's Satan. And I remember the first time I watched it, I tried to downplay it, like, well, that wasn't that good of a story. Like, I saw the ending coming a mile away. But then you go back and rewatch it, like, it's a fucking great movie. Like, it really is a good story. Like, even though it's cliched and you already know where it's going, that doesn't detract from the movie. And I feel like this is going to get the same rap for me. I feel like right now I'm trying to be like, it is what it is. But I'm sure if I watch it later down the road, I'll be like, no, it actually is a really good movie. Like, once you already know the parts to it, now you're just kind of rewatching it the second time, it'll be better. But right now, it looks like it's getting a lot of negative reviews, which is unfortunate because I don't think it deserves a negative reviews. It maybe doesn't deserve like high praise, but it definitely, like I said, it's definitely a middle of the roads kind of thing. So, anyways, if you've seen it, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And yeah, like I said, go check it out. Don't spend a whole lot of money on it though. Hulu123.net. Anyways, that's all I got, guys. Thank you for watching. Till next time. Oh, shit. Didn't always run, sorry. Hi. Thank you for watching that video. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to our channel. All that good stuff you do right here on YouTube, go ahead and do it. Check out our other videos. Go to our playlist. We got episodes of TPS-TV, Journey Through the Dark Side. We got a new show coming out, the horror movie review with Daniel Richardson. This guy. And of course, our short film, Entropy. You can find all that and more right here on YouTube. And then check out, yeah, look at that. All of our social media right there. And we don't just, copy and paste like the same post and put it on all. No, that's ridiculous. 3 different platforms, 3 different posts. I mean, the behind the scenes stuff you see on Twitter,
will not be the same stuff you see on Instagram. So there you go, right there. So be sure to give us a follow and a like on all that right there. Keep up to date. Have you seen Unspeakable Acts yet? No? Come on. Pick you up the DVD right now. Links over there. Oh, yeah. It's only $7. $3 shipping and handling. And of course, if you've already seen it and you haven't seen the public domain dungeon yet, boom, $5 DVD right there. So 5 S&P as well. Or sorry, 3 S&P as well. So there you go. Do that. And if you got the spare change, you want to hit us up, donate a little bit over TPS Productions. Our Patreon is right there. Oh, yeah. So that's all we... Oh, my God. Sorry. I'm getting fired, ain't I? Yeah, that's all we got. Thank you for watching.